Hi, what's up guys? We're back out here at the dugout house. We're trying out a new product today. They were out of my normal flex that I use for corner bead, but I didn't even realize that they were making this. But what used to be Straightflex is now Clark Dietrich, but they're making this stuff here. I normally don't like paper corner bead, but it seems like this stuff is made of the same stuff. It's basically what I use with metal inside of it. The thing I don't like about paper corner bead is when you sand it, it fuzzes up. It looks real bad. But this is the same stuff that Straightflex is made out of, so I'm hoping that it won't do that. Really hoping. But anyway, we're going to put it on with a hopper. It comes in 8-foot and 10-foot sticks, so it's perfect for 8-foot, which is what we're dealing with here. So we'll get in here and start slapping these on here in a minute and see how it goes, and I'll let you know what I think about them. All right, guys, that didn't take long. It's going to film you, or it's going to let you guys watch us put them on, and then I just told you I'm not a good YouTuber. I just went straight to working. So anyway, they're okay. I kind of like them. They're faster than putting on what I've been using, but they're a little weird. So I forgot about this corner here when I was counting in my head earlier, picking these up, and forgot about this one. So I had to use some of what I had left over, the normal stuff. This is regular. It's called Midflex 300, Straightflex. It's got the PVC composite backing in it. It's not metal. And this is what it looks like after I wiped it down. So the thing about this stuff is, like, because it's not rigid like it is once it's on there and mudded, but before, like, it's real pliable, bendable, whatever, you know, it's just a roll of tape basically with PVC backing. You have to come through and square it up. What I mean, let's see, I don't know if you can see where that light's showing through. I always want to make sure that I've got light showing all the way out as far as possible. Oops. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can see it. And I have to come through here and do this when we put these on. And so it takes a little bit of time. With these, because they're metal backed, I don't have to do that. They're square. I checked a bunch of them, and then I was like, well, shoot, this is perfect. So there's no reason to worry about it, but it leaves this buildup on there. And so I don't think we're going to be able to run these the same day we put them on, which one of the benefits of the old style that I've been using is we run them the same day we put them on. Even if we've got a whole bunch, you know, we'll put them on that morning, and then while I'm finishing up putting them on, Brandon will start running them. I think you've seen me do that before, but anyway, I do like them, and as long as they sand out okay and don't fuzz up, I may start using these. They were about $4 though for a 8-foot stick. It's kind of steep, but they saved me time, and it may be worth it. But yeah, just every one of them, I was experimenting with different ways of wiping them down, which I normally don't like to do this, but I was pulling it to the side. I don't know. This is not going to hurt anything. It's ugly for now, and it looks sloppy, and that's one thing I don't like. I don't like for what I'm done. When I'm done for the day, I don't like for anything to really look sloppy, but sometimes you can't help it. But you can see, well, let me go down here. You can see I've got light all the way out to both points there. So, and this is going to take more mud than the other stuff I've been using on these doubles. Well, even on a single, it's going to take more mud, but I don't know, we'll see. Verdict is not in. I really won't know until I sand them. So anyway. One other thing I wanted to show you. Somebody commented a couple videos ago, I don't remember, we were skimming butt joints with my big 40-inch wide knife, and somebody said it seems completely unnecessary. Well, I guess that just depends on your level of desired quality. Quality is the main thing I worry about. I may not make as much money on a job, but I want it to turn out good. So let me see if this is a good. Yeah, it's not too bad. Maybe you can see that. So that's what it looks like when you put a 40-inch knife on there. Now you can imagine if you just came and checked this with a 10, which is what this person said they do, they just check it with a 10, run it down the middle and call it a day. That's not going to fix that. Look at this one. That's a lot worse. You're not going to fix that by running it down the middle with a 10. What you're going to have is you're going to have a wave right there. Yeah, look at that. You will not fix that by running down the middle with a 10. That one's not terrible, but it's not great either. You see what I'm saying? You will not fix that by running down the middle with a 10. Now this one, you ran down the middle with a 10 here, you'd make it worse. You see what I'm saying? And if you checked it with a 10, this may not show up. It may be flat. So this is see this, and you might think, oh, I need to run both sides. But when you put a straight edge on there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's no light on this side. Your problem is on this side. So if you come down, this is what I used to do. I used to come and take a 12, stick it in the middle joint, and see if it rocked. If it rocked, I'd run both sides. Well, that's the complete wrong thing to do on this. I'm not sure how well that's going to show up, but all your light's on this side. So we need to run this side of this butt joint. This side's fine. So what I'll do is probably come in here and run this. I may run a 10 down this side today, and then when we come back in, I'll focus on this side of the butt joint. This side doesn't need anything. This one's pretty flat. You can skim this one pretty tight and be okay. Same thing with that one. Yeah, I think you get what I'm saying here. I used to do that too. I would check them with a 12. If you check it with a 10, it's probably going to show flat. 10's not nearly wide enough. See, that one's pretty good. See, it's pretty tight. Barely any light showing right there. I'll just go ahead and skim that one. Same thing there. They can be skimmed. But a lot of them, yeah, see, I got light showing on that side, and this side's flat. So if you just came in here and run this side, all you're doing is making this hump right here worse. And this light don't have any harsh wall, or this wall doesn't have any harsh light shining down it, but you still are making that a lot worse. Now look at that. If you check that with a 10, hang on just one second. Okay, so 10-inch knife. If you check this one with a 10, you're gonna go, wow, that butt joint's pretty flat. I don't know how well that's showing up, but there is hardly any light showing through there. But this one tells the truth. Look how bad that is. That's why when people ask me, well, how many coats do you put on? I say, well, my flats typically get 3 coats. The butt joints get whatever they need. Now, if you're pricing things cheap and you know, that's all you're worried about is getting it done fast and cheap, then by all means, put a couple coats on these things and walk out, and then everybody will walk in there and say, man, look at all these joints that are showing. Most people won't. Most people don't care. Most people don't know. But I don't know. I mean, there are jobs that we have walked out of that a lot of people will probably think were pretty perfect. And there's spots in them that I'm not happy with. I've never been happy with a job I've done. Not 100%. That sounds kind of bad. What are you out there doing crappy work? No, I want it to be perfect. And there's no such thing as a perfect drywall job. So anyway, I have jibber jabbered on long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and mark all these butt joints so we'll know what to do with them later. I'm gonna come through with this straight edge and check every single butt joint and mark it as to what it needs. And then we'll run them later. Some of them will get a 10-inch box on 0. Let me see if I can find one. Well, just like this one over here I showed you. This one right here. I'll probably mark this just like this. Right there. I'll leave the box set on a 0 and I'll run the box right there. And that'll help some. It'll make this knife not have to do all the work. Now, maybe I could go ahead and skip this step and just go straight to skimming them with this knife, but I don't know. I have done that a few times and it turns out okay, so. I'm just a perfectionist. I'm probably not the best businessman. I don't always worry about profit first. Sometimes I do things I don't want to charge people. So anyway, I'm jibber jabbering again. I'm gonna get to checking these. I just wanted to show you that. You cannot finish a butt joint. You can't finish drywall according to a formula. 3 coats, boom, sand it, you're done. No, can't do that. You gotta give it what it needs. Just like your woman, you gotta give her what she needs. This is getting weird. Okay, I'm turning this camera off before I say even more weird stuff. However this fits in, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. One more thing I forgot to say about that butt joint. We're painting this one. We're doing all the trim. We may even do the flooring. I'm not sure yet, but so it's a little easier for me to take the extra time with that butt joint that it needs. It was really not in bad shape when we sanded, but since we're here, I went ahead. I'm doing the extra to try to make it as flat as I can. Had we not been painting this one, I probably would have left it, and honestly nobody would have ever known. It was really in pretty good shape, but again, if you go the extra mile for people, and really not even just for them, do it for you. Like, stuff's got to be right. I can't sleep at night if I know something's not right. So anyway, I'm rambling on, but there's a balance. There's a balance there. In business, it has to be. If it's your personal house, then take a month to get that one joint right. That's fine. But in business, you have to find that balance. But I tend to lean a little bit more towards make it right over make a dollar. Try to. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that.